Solo Driver here, coming at you with Rage Gaming. Now I know I haven't made a video in a while, so I'm just going to keep it simple and do this week at Bungie. For anyone that didn't know, there is a March update coming on March 27th. It is the 1.1.4 update. And basically this week at Bungie went over everything that was going to be included in the update. There is also an update coming up in May, but there's not a lot released on what is actually going to be on the update at this time. So I'm just going to go over the March update and clue anyone in that didn't know what was on it. The first thing that Bungie talked about was the Iron Banner. This Iron Banner that's currently going on will be the last 4v4 Iron Banner the next time the Iron Banner comes out, which will be before the end of Season 2. It is going to be a 6v6 Iron Banner. They're also going to be bringing in Mayhem, which they said will be 90% less Nova Bomb, because they were able to fix the glitch. Hopefully they were able to fix the glitch that made it so that you could have basically infinite amount of Nova Bombs. And they're also going to be bringing in Rumble, and it'll have 2 extra players as opposed to the original Rumble. They also go on to talk about the Crucible as well. The respawn time for the Crucible will now be at 2 seconds. And basically the reason why they're doing this is they want to make it a faster pace, more energized, a more energized type of Crucible, so that it's not dragging on like it currently is. So the respawn time for Crucible will be at 2 seconds. For Survival, it will be at 7 seconds. Revive, Lockout, which is basically the little countdown that counts down on your teammate for when you can get them up, that'll be down to 7 seconds. And now you will not lose your revive tokens when you die. And they are also going to be removing the trackers for competitive and trials. And this is to make it so that the underdogs are more able to win, because you have to use communication, and it's going to prevent team clumping, because the issue that's currently going on is that a really good team sticks together and kills the other team that kind of splits apart, and it's making it really hard for the team that does split apart to win and everything. Even when you do clump together, 2 teams are clumping together, there's always going to be that one that's a little bit better. So they're also fixed the heavy ammo timers, which also allows them to be able to flank with heavy ammo and take out some of the teammates. But basically for the power ammo, Iron Banner is going to be at 50% less for the timer. Quick play will be at 30%, survival will be at 40%, and countdown will be at 25%. The only thing is, the downside of this is that rockets and swords will now lose some of their ammo reserves when you do pick up the heavy ammo. And what they're bringing back from Destiny 1 is that heavy ammo will be dropped when you die. So it's not like now where if someone dies, they take the ammo with them when they die. They're also going to be fixing the 3 glides, the catapult, and the strat lift. They're trying to make them faster and more unique. They're also expanding mobility, and in general the ground speed will be increased, which means no matter how you move, you're going to be moving faster. And this is, like I said, that's to keep the game moving a lot faster, and so you can get more kills and you move around the map faster. Arc Strider, Sentinel, and Striker will all be moving faster, but when they're in their supers, they're going to be moving the same. For the Arc Strider, there'll be faster attack, faster dodge, and an increased range. And they are also bringing back the shoulder charge movement, where currently if you use your shoulder charge, you would just drop to the ground. You can now go and move using your shoulder charge again. Another thing for Dawnblade, they're adding 1 additional throw. With Everlasting Fire, it will extend your super. Swift Strike removes in-air accuracy penalties. Icarus Dash, which is the dodge, will have a decreased cooldown. Heat Rises will have an increased grenade and melee energy per kill. For the Hunter, there will be a 1 second increase to invisibility, a 1 second increase for smoke bombs, and from what I'm understanding, I may have gotten this completely wrong, the invisibility and dodge for the Hunter will not break your aim assist if you're shooting at an enemy and you dodge, but it will break the aim assist for the enemy shooting at you. I may be completely wrong, and I apologize, but that's just how I interpreted it. There's also a 1.40 faster super recharge, and the cooldown is basically dropped by 25%. There is 2 times faster cooldown for grenade, melee, and class abilities. And then Bungie goes on to basically, they redo pretty much all the weapons in the game. So I'm just going to go over that as quickly as possible. There are a lot of things I need to cover. The first one is the pulse rifle. They increase the PvE damage, increase the rate of fire for adaptive and high impact pulse rifles. They increase the base damage for adaptive, high impact, and rapid fire pulse rifles, and increase precision multiplier for lightweight pulse rifles, and decrease the precision for adaptive pulse rifles. For submachine guns, they increase the PvE damage, set optics at 1.3 times, and the inventory size, which is the ammo reserve, was increased. The scout rifle PvE damage was increased, and the base damage with high impact was increased for scout rifles. For hand cannons, PvE was increased, precision was increased, hip accuracy for consoles was increased, and adds accuracy was increased for consoles. For sidearms, PvE was increased, hipfire was increased, adds were increased, inventory size was also increased, and the minimum range was also increased. There is also an added bonus for ad movement. For grenade launchers, the blast radius was increased. For linear fusion rifles, they increased the PvE, increased precision, increased aim assistance, and decreased the flinch multiplier. For shotguns, they increased the PvE, increased inventory size, they increased the aim assist for Suros. For the sniper rifle, they increased PvE, increased precision, increased aim assistance, increased inventory size, but the sniper flinch will not be fixed until May, in the May update. For assault rifles, which is something that I personally use a lot, they will be having a decrease in range and a decrease in aim assist. So this is definitely going to affect. One of them was noted was Uriel's gift. I'm sorry, I just said that completely wrong. But yeah, that one will be getting definitely fixed. And so basically what I'm understanding is that Bungie's going to make all the weapons on the same playing level, and not one weapon type is going to what am I trying to say? I have no idea what I'm trying to say. But yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. The next thing that Bungie talks about is perks. The high impact reserves will increase PvE. Kill clip will have increased PvE. Rampage will have increased PvE and a longer duration. Dragonfly will have increased damage in general and an increased radius and a stronger visual effects. The Grave Robber will be at 0.5 reload mag instead of the 0.3. The time to pay out split damage is going to be 55% explosive and 45% direct, where before it was mostly direct. Explosive rounds will be decreased in PvE, and the base damage in general will be increased for PvE. The mod rework at this time, they are not going to be able to fix those type of things. They need more time, and they do realize that there is a much needed ability cooldown issue, and they plan to in the future increase the output for ability cooldowns. And the last thing that last few things that need to be noted is now with the companion app. Basically, they see a future of being able to do just about everything on your companion app to help you with being a better player. But at this time, that came out on Wednesday, they made it so that you can modify shaders, effects, mods, perks, and masterworks, but it's only available at this time on Android. iOS, they are still working with. The next thing to know is that there's the emblem that shows you how many scannables you've gotten. The one for the EDZ is messed up a little bit. It is not showing the scannables that you have gotten in the farm, and it's not registering the farm as part of the EDZ. They are currently trying to figure out how to fix that. And they're also wanting to fix Wi-Fi issues where people who are not using a LAN cable tend to disconnect more than other people. They did have an article in the This Week at Bungie that helped you troubleshoot if you are one of those people that are having a lot of problems with that. They also had Movie of the Week, which I'll leave a link in the description box if you wanted to go and see what the movies of the week were. And the last thing to know is that on Tuesday, the Nightfall came out, And instead of having the times, it now has a scorecard. And that was 2 Tuesdays ago, so it's like 2 weeks now. Almost 2 weeks. But basically, there was a scorecard now instead of it being timed. And the top is like 200,000 something for teammates right now for Fire Team. Bungie is basically keeping track and posting once a week who are the current winners and all that stuff. Well, the issue they're having is that there's a glitch in a Lost Sector that puts points on your Nightfall scorecard. Bungie is aware of it, and if you are, as they put it, creatively using the Lost Sector, they are not gonna count those as points towards your Nightfall, so they are aware of who's using it and who's not. The only issue is that the Lost Sector glitch cannot be fixed until May, so that's definitely an issue for those that don't feel that it's fair. But Bungie is aware of it and they are keeping track. But other than that, I'll see you guys later.